because we become anti-fragile. That's the third. And Ecclesiastes chapter 4:9 is beautifully placed. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. And we know that. Cooking becomes better, renovation becomes better, business becomes better, washing cars becomes better because they have a good return for their labor. But watch this. If you look at verses 10 down to 12, you'll notice the emphasis is on the falling and the being broken. Watch this, verse 10. It says, if either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. The one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. And if you have a huddle, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. I don't know, but maybe you know a few couples that have, they have fallen apart in their marriage. And there was nobody to help them out. I know one. Have you seen a family that has been, that's going through so much because somebody is sick with cancer or terminating illness? Or there was a sudden death like that of Nanay Leonie and there was not a community around them? Have you seen a family or person who just goes through, bang, a sudden financial crisis? He was laid off, or the company collapsed, or the house was burned down, or a major crisis. A child that got bullied in school. And friends, you look at this and it's saying, pity a man who falls and there's no one to help them out. Walang kasama. I've seen a lot of people that goes through crisis, but they're not broken, completely, totally broken when they fall. Because of somebody's fault or their own fault or nobody's fault, but it just happened. Life just happened. And people are able to pick up the pieces and not make them fall permanently, broken permanently. They're able to build up. In fact, they even become better. Why? Huddle. Why? Huddle. It's the question that we have to ask ourselves is, what if it was you? Is there already a group of people in place that you can call up, that can do life with you at the time? Because, friends, remember this. Deep connections don't happen overnight. They happen over time. They take time to develop. You don't start with deep revelations of whatever you're going through in a crisis just like that. You do that in the emergency room. But in relationships, you have to develop it over time. I like what one person actually said. It's like retirement deposits that's being done in a regular basis. You have to do deposits here and there on a regular basis. And that's the reason why, friends, in Hebrews, you remember, I don't know, but would you remember this? In Hebrews, this is oftentimes mentioned here by our pastors. Hebrews chapter 10. We are reminded, let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. And then it says this in verse 7. Let's not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing. We are challenged to keep connections deep with each other. Because deep connections don't happen overnight. They happen over time. And it says this, habit of doing. There is a habit that can eventually be created. The giving up of fellowshipping or meeting up or Zooming together. Yesterday, don't ask me who, okay? Somebody asked me this question. Sabi niya, GBA, pag isa na lang yung member na mag-a-attend, pwede na bang i-cancel ang small group? And sabi ko, hindi, rewardan mo yung member. And the person that asked that was a small group leader. Actually, what I'm really trying to say is this. The small group leader goes through it too. It's not only the small group members. Even pastors do too. Will I continue this meeting? Will I continue this huddle? Will I meet up with them? Maybe I'll just cancel. I just go, when you had a nice time in a huddle, sige, next week. But as the days were coming closer, and as that day becomes today, and the meeting becomes tonight, it suddenly starts to, I'm tired. My husband doesn't also want to attend. And my children are so noisy. Maybe I'll just binge watch. If only there's one more person to cancel out, then maybe I can. Isang tao lang naman eh. It happens not only to the huddle members. Imagine the pressure too with the huddle guides who's doing the preparation of preparing that outline, that discussion and all, praying, Lord, that I don't mess up today. But we continue on. And I guess what we're saying here is let's pivot. From huddle, just an add-on to our lives, to huddle as so essential, it needs to be part of my lifestyle. It's like taking a bath. If I don't do it, I stink. If I don't do it, if I don't brush my teeth, I'd have bad breath. It's like part of my lifestyle. If I don't do Kali, if I don't work out and I do not, eat one more of this, it's part of the lifestyle. We have to pivot from it just being an add-on to becoming a lifestyle. And it will be challenging to always say, we're going to meet up. No matter what, we're going to meet up. Why? Because it's that regular deposits over time that builds deep connections. You can't become deep when the crisis hits abruptly overnight. It doesn't happen. That's emergency room. But it doesn't happen that way. And friends, I just would like to say this for us. That's the reason why we really need to do the pivot. Because friends, if you miss one, you don't feel it. If you attend one, perhaps you don't really feel it. Because you're not to feel it. It's like physical fitness. If you miss one, you don't feel it. If you go to one workout, you don't feel it.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching our video. Make sure you check out the description box below for all of our discussion questions, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share all of our videos in our channel with your family and friends. Thank you again for watching.